Stop lying to yourself. You know that feeling, the one that sits like a heavy stone in your gut when you're around her. You're scanning her every move, dissecting every word she says like it's a coded message from a foreign intelligence agency. It's exhausting, isn't it? That crushing weight of uncertainty, that fear of looking like a fool if you step forward, or the soul-sucking regret if you stay silent. You're a grown man. Maybe you're 20, maybe you're 50. But that feeling of does she or doesn't she makes you feel like a lost kid again. You look at her and see a mystery you can't solve, and meanwhile your life is ticking away. You're tired of the games, the mixed signals, and the just being friendly BS that keeps you trapped in a loop of loneliness. You see other dudes, guys who aren't even as smart or as driven as you, walking away with the girls you want, and you wonder what the hell you're missing. The truth is, women have been evolved over millions of years to be the selectors. They don't just hand out their hearts. They test, they probe, and they wait to see if you have the vision to see through their mask. They want to be caught, but they'll never make it easy because they need to know you're the kind of man who pays attention to the details. If you're done with the guessing game, if you're ready to reclaim your masculine intuition and stop being a spectator in your own romantic life, you need to lock in right now. This is the blueprint. This is the brotherhood. Before we break down the 13 hidden signs she's dying for you to take the lead, hit that subscribe button. We don't do fluff here, we do facts. If you want to stop being the guy who gets left behind, join the tribe. Now let's get into the mind of the woman who wants you but won't say it. Let's talk about the proximity pivot. This is pure, unadulterated biology. Human beings are like magnets. We naturally gravitate toward things that provide us with warmth, safety, and pleasure. If a woman is secretly into you, she's going to find a way to enter your intimate zone, that 18-inch radius around your body, without it looking like a deliberate move. You'll notice that in a crowded room, she's always the one who ends up standing just a little too close, or her chair is always angled exactly toward yours. She's looking for excuses to be in your orbit. Think about it. Why would she stand next to you at the coffee machine when there's an empty space 5 feet away? Why does she always end up in your group during a meeting? She's testing your scent, your vibe, and your energy. Subconsciously, she's trying to see if your physical presence makes her feel calm or excited. If you move, watch what she does. Does she adjust her position within a minute to be closer to you again? That's not a coincidence, bro. That's a tether. She's tied to you by an invisible string of attraction, and she's waiting to see if you'll notice the pull. If you keep ignoring her presence, she'll eventually feel rejected and pull back, and you'll lose the chance before you even knew you had it. Now pay attention to the micro touch. And this isn't a bold, hey, I like you kind of touch. This is much more calculated and much more powerful. It's the accidental brush of her hand against yours when you're walking. It's the way she fixes a piece of lint on your shoulder, or the way her knee happens to bump yours under the table and she doesn't pull it away immediately. These tiny contacts are designed to trigger a chemical reaction in both of your brains. She's looking for that hit of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. She wants to see if there's a physical spark, an electric charge that travels through the skin. If she's touching you in ways that aren't strictly necessary for a just friends relationship, she's high-key screaming for your attention. In her mind, she's saying, I want to be closer. I want to feel your strength. I want to know if we fit together. Most men are too oblivious to notice these micro movements, but a high-value man knows that a woman's hands often speak louder than her mouth. If she's initiating contact, even in the smallest way, she's already given you the green light. The question is, are you going to stay stuck at the stoplight or are you going to floor it? In 2025, the phone is the greatest tool for hidden attraction. If she's secretly into you, she will leave a trail of digital breadcrumbs that only a man who's paying attention can follow. Is she the first one to view your Instagram stories every single time? That's not an accident. She's got your notifications turned on, or she's checking your profile multiple times a day. Does she like a photo you posted 3 years ago? That's a deep scroll, man. She's studying your history, looking at your exes, seeing what kind of life you lead. And then there are the low-effort texts, the memes, the random links, the "this reminded me of you" messages at 10 p.m. She's not sharing content, she's sharing herself. She's trying to stay relevant in your mind because she's terrified of you forgetting her. She's throwing out hooks, hoping you'll bite and start a real conversation. If you're giving her dry LOL responses, you're killing the momentum. She's opening a door. All you have to do is walk through it. She wants you to be the one who turns a meme into a date. Listen closely to what she remembers. Most people are stuck in their own heads, thinking about their own problems and their own lives. But a woman who wants you is different. She develops a mental dossier on everything you say. This is the recall factor. You could mention some obscure brand of coffee you liked once when you were 10 years old, and 3 weeks later she'll bring it up. Why? Because when you speak, she isn't just hearing noise, she's collecting data. She's investing her cognitive energy into you. She wants to prove that she gets you, that she's the only one who really understands what makes you tick. It's a sign of deep, focused attention that is rare in this distracted world. If she's remembering your dog's name, your favorite childhood movie, or the specific way you take your steak, she's not just being polite. She's building a bridge between her world and yours. She's showing you that you are a priority in her mind, and that is one of the clearest signs of hidden desire you will ever find. Watch how she acts when you're in a group. This is where the protective shield comes into play. If someone makes a joke at your expense, or if another guy tries to talk over you, watch her reaction. A woman who secretly wants you will instinctively jump to your defense. She might shut the other guy down with a sharp comment, or she'll pivot the conversation back to you to make sure you're the center of attention again. She can't stand to see you minimized because she sees you as hers, even if it's not official yet. It's a form of loyalty that precedes the relationship. She wants the world to respect you because she respects you. She's showing the tribe that you are a high-value male and that she's aligned with you. If she's always the one nodding when you speak or backing up your ideas in a crowd, she's signaling to everyone else that the two of you are a unit. She's marking her territory without saying a single word. Jealousy is a raw, primal emotion that is almost impossible to fake or hide. If you want to know if she's pretending not to like you, use the jealousy jolt. Mention another woman. Doesn't have to be a date, just a female co-worker or a friend you went to lunch with. Don't be a jerk about it, just drop it casually. Then look at her face. There will be a micro-expression, a tightening of the jaw, a slight narrowing of the eyes, or a sudden change in her tone of voice. She might try to play it cool by saying, "Oh, that's nice," but her energy will turn cold. Why? Because the thought of you with someone else physically hurts her. It triggers a fear of loss. She's been building this fantasy of you and her in her head, and you just threw a wrench in it. If she starts asking follow-up questions about this other woman, she's trying to size up the competition. She needs to know if she's still the front runner. If she didn't care about you, she'd be happy for you. If she's annoyed, she's hooked. Laughter is the ultimate social lubricant. But there's a specific kind of laughter that signals hidden attraction, the laughter lag. You'll notice that she laughs at your jokes even when they aren't that funny. You could tell a story that barely gets a smile from the rest of the group and she'll be doubled over. This isn't because you're a comedic genius. It's because her brain is flooded with dopamine just by being near you. She's in a state of positive emotional bias. Everything you do is magnified in her eyes. She wants to make you feel good. She wants to boost your ego, and she wants to signal to you that she's enjoying your company. If you notice her laughing and then stealing a quick glance at you to see if you're looking at her, that's the validation check. She's literally addicted to your vibe. Biology has a fascinating way of showing connection through mirroring. This is when two people subconsciously mimic each other's body language. If you're sitting at a table and you take a sip of your water and 5 seconds later she takes a sip of hers, that's a sign. If you lean in, she leans in. If you cross your legs, she crosses hers. This is called brain-to-brain coupling. Her nervous system is trying to sync up with yours to create a sense of harmony and trust. It's her body's way of saying, "I am like you, I understand you, and I am safe with you." It's an evolutionary trait that builds rapport quickly. If she's mirroring you, it means she's deeply tuned into your frequency. She's not just listening to your words, she's feeling your rhythm. Most guys miss this because they're too busy talking, but if you stop and observe, you'll see her dancing to your tune. When a woman knows she's going to see the man she wants, she transforms. This is the preening habit. Watch her when you walk into a room. Does she immediately sit up straighter? Does she run her fingers through her hair? Does she touch her neck or adjust her jewelry? These are displacement activities. She's nervous, and her body is trying to release that tension by making her look as attractive as possible. She wants to be the most visually stunning thing in your environment. She might wear a specific perfume she knows you like or a dress that shows off her curves. She's peacocking for you. She's putting in the work to capture your gaze and keep it there. If she looks like $1,000,000 every time you randomly see her, believe me, it wasn't random. She spent an hour in front of the mirror for that 10-minute interaction. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, but in dating, they're the windows to the bedroom. Pay attention to the 4-second rule. Normal eye contact lasts about 2 to 3 seconds before it becomes awkward. But if she holds your gaze for 4 seconds or longer, There is a deep underlying attraction. She's trying to read you. Watch her pupils. If they dilate when she looks at you, it's a biological response to pleasure and interest that she cannot control. And then there's the look away. If you catch her staring and she quickly looks down and smiles, that's a submissive signal. She's shy because she got caught admiring you. She's thinking about you in ways she's not ready to admit yet. If her eyes keep wandering back to yours, she's waiting for you to use your eyes to tell her what you want to do to her. A woman who secretly wants you will start to leak her vulnerabilities. She'll move the conversation away from surface level BS, like the weather or work, and start talking about her fears, her past, or her dreams. She's inviting you into her inner sanctum. She's testing your masculine strength to see if you can hold her emotions without folding. She wants to know if you're a safe harbor or just another guy who's going to flake. When she tells you something she's never told anyone else, she's handing you the key to her heart. She's saying, I trust you more than the rest of the world. If you handle that trust with strength and silence, she'll fall for you twice as hard. She's looking for a leader, and by being vulnerable, she's giving you the chance to lead. The final and most powerful sign is the future pacing slip. Listen to her language. If she starts talking about events that are weeks or months away and includes you in them, she's already decided you're a part of her future. She'll say things like, we should definitely go to that concert in the summer, or you'd love that restaurant I'm going to next month. Notice the word we. She's subconsciously building a reality where the two of you are a unit. She's test driving the relationship in her mind to see how it feels. If she's future pacing, she's basically waiting for you to sign the contract. She's done the mental work. She's just waiting for you to make it a reality. Stop waiting for a signed confession. The signs are everywhere, written in her actions, her eyes, and her slips of the tongue. The question isn't whether she wants you. The question is, are you going to be the man who takes what's his, or are you going to let her slip through your fingers while you keep looking for proof? The proof is right here. Now go get her.